We are live from yesterday. So I'm here, Sled Dog. We got Malls up top, and then there's this guy wearing the sweater like he's ready to go on a high school date in 2006.
That's right. Yeah, this is the same exact one. This was homecoming. Um,
Flashback.
what here? All right. So here's the thing. So I try to come in. I try to come in here, bring some positive vibes, dress nice for the podcast. And the very first thing, welcome to live from yesterday, episode 7. Malls, he's a stand-up dude, and here's Jay Bryson, looking like
with the ugliest sweater we have seen.
Hey, I think it fits nice on me. I think that people would say that. I think that people should comment and say that my sweater's nice. But I'm trying to bring positive vibes here. You guys, look at what are you wearing? All right, time out. I meant to say something about this last week or 2 weeks ago.
What?
You were wearing a bowling shirt, I believe.
Who?
You were.
Nah.
Paul, is there any way you could pull up?
I don't wear no bowling shirts. What the
It
fuck
was.
are you talking about?
It was like episode 6. Or
I
5.
haven't pulled out the full dad uniform yet. The button up long sleeve with like the vest over the middle. I haven't pulled that out on you guys. I got it in my arsenal.
I know it's coming.
Oh, if we do, well, here I'll tell you when it's coming. It's coming on our Christmas special. Don't worry, I will be dressed up for Christmas.
Oh God, I'm kind of scared actually.
Why? It's a jolly day. Because let me tell you, today has been full of positivity. I've had a great day. And I'm keeping the vibes going.
How so?
So woke up this morning. I felt like I actually slept. I didn't wake up tired. Did you ever just wake up tired? You're like, I just went to bed. I woke up fucking tired. Isn't going to sleep supposed to make me not tired? I woke up tired. I didn't feel that today. I woke up. I'm like, all right, the wife's had to go to work for a couple hours this morning. It's going to be me and my daughter. We're going to have a little time. We're going to hang out. But I'm like, you know what would make her morning? I'm going to go get some Starbucks this morning. So I got up and went to Jewel, hit the Starbucks up, came home. She got to take her coffee to go. I fed my little daughter some cereal, and we just watched cartoons for like an hour. Didn't care about anything else going on. It was great. That's how the day started.
So that's good to hear that
that's
you
nice.
that you are being positive to start your day, and because we all
makes a difference.
I'm a big believer in energy, like that we all are responsible for an energy that we put into the universe, and it could be positive, negative, giving, selfish, and that energy that you give off to other people is like transferred to other people. So if you're putting that negative shit out there, I mean that could make somebody else's day when they have an interaction with you, be like, man, fuck that guy, and then they move on to the next person, transfer it to, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if that was some hippie shit, but I do believe like in energy like that.
I was just gonna say, man, I didn't know we had a philosopher on the on the pod here.
I'm one of the finest.
I dig it.
Yeah, I'm one of the greatest philosophers of our time. Honestly, I mean,
if everybody just dug deep enough, I think we could all kind of just feel what you could just feel what's around you.
So
just need to take the time.
I think now we should move on to some negative shit and really shit on some people. You want to know?
Well, I mean, as you can see, there's only 3 of us. I mean, if you want to start there, you want to really start shitting on somebody.
How many minutes are we in?
Like 10 minutes in, maybe.
All right, let's give them 10 positive minutes. What do you got? What positivity you got, Malls? Put some positivity into the world.
Yeah, just like you were saying, like, it's the little things you do that make someone's day. Just you don't realize it, but just smiling or saying hi to some random stranger throughout the day.
Yeah,
you could be making that person's day. So just spread happiness, spread cheer. It's supposed to be a cheerful time of the year. Christmas, Hanukkah, holidays.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I just haven't made it to strangers yet. So I'm just working on the people that I like first.
Hey, yeah, that's a good point. I mean, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of relationships that I have that definitely aren't as good as they should be. But
Oh, 100%.
I think I'm getting there a little bit. I was gonna say though, speaking of,
Sorry to cut you out there, Miles. Continue, please.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, that's pretty much my ending. It's just I challenge myself every day to say hi to someone new.
Like the little
That's
things.
awesome, man.
Just
That's
do
good.
a little thing.
I'm glad to hear that.
It's
I
a
think
little
that's
thing
really
in life.
awesome.
You got to make yourself happy.
Yeah.
No one's gonna make you happy.
That's where you got to start. That's where you got to start.
And I like the whole positive vibes thing. I like that. You gotta surround yourself with positivity.
Yeah, you're a product of your environment. I was gonna say that might be a good segue into that one little story. The 200 people. Well, what store was this? I was the one
I
that
thought it was
fucking
like 900 people.
900
people at a Dairy Queen.
in Minnesota, right?
Like that, sometimes I wish I was rich because I would just go like wait till like McDonald's is like super busy and there's like 30 cars behind me, and I'd just be like, hey, everything they want, here you go, pay for
Yeah,
it,
that'd
and I
be.
just pull out a line and just wait till they all drive through, and at one point I'll just walk up, grab my card, and say, that's it, have a good day. I wish.
How dope would it be to be one of the people in line?
I've always waited for it, but I know when
Have
it's
you?
gonna happen.
You hear about it a lot at like Starbucks or whatnot, like the people that pay it forward and
I've done
back to
that.
the person behind them.
I've done that like a couple times, and I've had it done to me a couple times, and yeah, I don't know. Even if it, but the only thing though is like if you agree, hey, what's the total of the next person? I want to pay it for them, and then you pay, and then it's like $24 or something.
I was
Like,
gonna say, have you ever
never mind.
started the chain? Have you ever been the starter, not just the
I've
follower?
never-
Once or twice.
Okay.
I've never
I can
had
honestly
either.
say I've never done that. Maybe that's something I
Hey,
should try next
try it.
time.
Everyone do it. Everyone that's listening to this, do it, or you're going to hell, or else Jesus says you're going to hell, right?
Oh, I mean, you want to talk about Jesus? You want to really segue right into the fucking heart of it, huh?
That's why I'm wearing the church sweater.
So here we go. We went positive. Here's just.
Wait,
one
how
thing
many
I
minutes
wanna
of
say.
positivity was that?
We
It
had
was
enough.
good enough.
We're
I
gonna
think
go
that
back
was-
to positive because
That was real mature. That you know,
I'm
we're
not gonna go complete shit on what I want to say.
No, you should though.
No,
We got to go
I just-
viral.
I really think that people just need to learn how to chill out, and I think the more people would relax, and the less people would worry about everybody else around them, and just kind of focus on you and the people that you are surrounding yourself with. Because you can't go global. If you don't take care of yourself, if you don't know who you are, if you don't know what it is you're trying to reach, if you don't know that stuff about yourself, how are you supposed to worry about anything else going on around you? Because you don't know anything about you. And you are with you all the time. How do you not know you? But yet you're going to know what the person down the street's doing or what this person's doing. Who cares? Who cares? They just learn how to just be like, you know what? I am happy with who I am. And if I'm not happy with who I am, I'm going to change myself to make myself happy. Because there's ways to do that. It's not that hard. Effort.
Whoa.
Effort.
I can't.
It is a struggle. Okay, yes,
I'm
it
with
is like
you,
climbing
I'm
a
with you.
mountain. It is like climbing a mountain.
But you can't say. I'm just saying you can't say it's not hard for everybody because it is hard for some people. Like there's different levels of depression and whatnot. And
But no, okay. So, but it shouldn't be hard for people to not worry about everybody else's business.
I think a lot of that goes into with the depression thing, though. I think like comparing yourself to others. I think a lot of what people see in themselves, you become what you hate, and you see it around you, and it makes you angry. I'm saying this because I'm guilty of this shit, of like seeing.
Yeah,
I subscribe to the theory. All right, so my therapist always says, he has a great podcast, by the way, but he always says, you spot it, you got it, and for the most part, like it's usually true. Like for me, I'm only speaking for myself. Like if I spot some shit, like people being all controlling, I usually like take a step back and like look at where I'm being like controlling and shit like that. But like not everybody sees shit. It took me like so long, and I'm still not there. I'm not there at all. I'm saying that. but like not everybody gets there. You know what I'm saying? Like people just don't get over that hump.
Yeah, and it's like I said, it is sad, and I wish people like if people would focus more on themselves, there'd be a lot less problems in the world.
Well, with Corona now, it's like everything is getting even more. I'm not joking right now, by the way.
No, I know. I'm not. I'm listening.
Just a sidebar. Sled hates when I joke about Corona.
Yeah,
but with Corona now in the new world, and like people being inside, not being able, like suddenly not being able to do things they used to, and not being able to see family, make contact. I think like everybody is in denial about that, because I mean,
I think
humans aren't meant to be
people,
inside all the time.
Yeah, I think more and more people are going to start cracking.
Yeah, but
right? What do you think, Malls?
Oh, I agree. People are we're a social society. We're meant to connect with other people, like in person, not. And we're adapting slowly with this like Zoom calls now with your family and friends. It's not the same as hanging out with your friends in person.
Yeah,
so
no.
it's a huge we're adapting as a society all at once, and we're being forced to. It's not like a gradual.
Yeah, I believe some people will get there. I think more and more people will get there, but we got a vaccine coming, so the world will be all right soon, right?
Yeah, we'll talk about that another time if we talk about that. I don't want to get fully into that.
All right, sorry.
I want to get into
positive vibes, right?
Here, well, I mean, we could talk about.
No, I don't want to.
We kind of segue into something if you want to. I mean, you want to talk about people fighting themselves and all this, and what people do when they lash out at other people, like and they don't realize the effects and why they're doing it and everything else. I mean, we could bring that. We could talk about that.
Yeah, I'm always down for an intellectual conversation. Go ahead.
So I guess we could start talking about like people like will bully other people to just like oh, I feel this. I don't know who I am, so I'm just gonna shit on somebody else because I feel bad about myself.
And with social media, like now there's like the kids, how we grew up is just so much different now. Like everybody can see everything at any moment in time.
Bullying has always existed. It always will exist, I believe. It'll take a lot of change for it to not exist. But it exists in a new form now, and I'm glad I'm not a kid.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
Cyberbullying.
Sorry. I'm not laughing at this. This is not a funny matter. Sorry.
What like I don't know what it's like being a parent, but like what age do kids start getting like Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that?
I don't know. I have zero idea. Like
you guys had MySpace, right?
Yes.
Of course, right?
Yeah.
Now we were like, I remember being like in high school, 16, 17, having MySpace. And I don't know. That was probably pretty.
I don't know. Who knows? You had an aim.
We don't know the long-term effects of social media. Like, and then the whole.
We're starting to see some of the effects on kids nowadays.
Because there's so much out there.
And Snapchat. And the kids are getting younger and younger, and there are stories of kids getting bullied on TikTok, and they're 8, 9 years old.
And all that, like these numbers and stuff like that, like the views, the likes, that shit doesn't help either. Like the kids are just looking into that and self-worthing themselves to death with these numbers, which don't even fucking matter and aren't even real. Like TikTok, when you sign up for TikTok and you put a video out, it'll give you like 300 fake views or whatever the fuck to make you think, oh wow, I'm really getting views here. And then you start putting out more videos, and like that shit doesn't happen. It's just like all this shit. We're just being mind fucked with these numbers. I don't know. Maybe that's a different conversation, but
yeah. I mean, I think like as you were saying all this, I'm like, man, I might have to take some stuff off the internet before my daughter gets to be a certain age, so that it doesn't get leaked out anywhere. Because I don't want to embarrass somebody.
Internet, it's always on the internet.
I know,
the cloud, right?
I'm gonna have to just like
everything is backed up.
Wipe everything, my existence from the internet if I could. Like,
I mean,
or
well,
like we've definitely been careful on what we post though. Like if like I'm not trying to post things that like, oh look, you're making fun. Like yeah, somebody can make fun of her for something.
Yes, your daughter will see this podcast X amount of years from now.
Yeah, I know.
And probably laugh at it. So if you're hearing this now, laugh away.
Please be laughing. Don't be crying.
What would you allow if she like asked you if she could listen to it in a couple of years? Would you let her?
We'll have to see which episodes. What we're talking about, how bad the language is. I mean, but again, but I can't even say that about the language because once kids stop watching like Disney Junior and PBS kid shows, like this, the language just immediately changes.
They hear worse in school hallways and in class.
Yeah,
but
yeah, and you know, like I'm a parent. I'm not perfect. I swear it happens. She calls me out on it. She's like, "That's a bad word." Okay, you're right. I'm sorry. Like I try to catch myself the best I can sometimes, and it doesn't always work.
Yeah, I'm glad we grew up in the era we did. Perfect
Dude,
era.
I could not imagine like it was like tail end of like the no cell phone generation to cell phone generation. Like we were kind of like the first kids to get one. Like we were getting some of the phones early. I mean, I remember my uncle used to have a beeper.
Oh yeah, my mom had a beeper.
Yeah, my dad had one of
like
those.
that was the thing. Like everybody, oh, you got a beeper, man. You're cool. I mean, I remember like the cell phone he brought home. The thing was like this big, and it was like this round. It was like one of the first cell phones. Oh, we got a cell phone. We got a cell phone. Nobody ever fucking used it. It just sat in a box.
Man, I remember my first phone. You could only call people, text people, and it had Pong on it. That was it.
No Snake.
I remember Snake. That was a good game.
What was Snake? I don't remember
that. The Snake. You had to get the little thing around the map, and you had to eat the little piece without touching the back end.
Pac-Man.
No, it was a snake.
Oh, it's a ripoff of Pac-Man.
No, you only get the little square.
Yeah.
You gotta move the snake. You can move it any direction.
Yeah,
here it is. Look at this guy. Yeah, so you start off with this.
I don't remember this.
And then you get longer. Then you hit that. Then you get longer. But you can't touch the edges or your.
Oh, that's pretty cool, I guess. I don't remember that at all.
And he lost. He died. Goodbye. You are the weakest link.
Hey, that show's back, by the way. I saw it on Hulu.
So, speaking of games, I'm glad you brought into that. I want to ask the one guy I know who I'm hoping knows something about this, because if he doesn't, I'm gonna have to like watch videos all night.
Oh Jesus!
Do you know anything about Cyberpunk 2077, Miss Senor Malls?
I am hearing a lot.
And
is great things about it.
Okay.
As long as you don't have a PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. Because, I mean, some people are saying, oh, the game runs great. Some people are saying, well, they're getting like 10, 15 frames per second.
Okay.
Like they're getting frame lag.
I'll hold out because I want to play this game because apparently
this is probably going to be game of the year.
Well, because I guess like people are telling like hitting up Rockstar and everything about GTA 6 right now because of this game, and they're like, if you are gonna put anything out and it's gonna take you this long, because I think they're saying like a 2022 or 2023 release for GTA 6, and they're like, we want a game the quality of this because I guess it's that good. I want to get my hands on a new PlayStation and I want to get my hands on this game.
Where is it set? GTA 6.
No idea. There's been very little like rumors about it, like because there's been nothing.
What are they
Nobody
gonna do
really
a Chicago
knows.
version?
I think it should. Like I've always said, I know it's a hard thing to do, but with the games getting the way they are now, and how big some of these games are, and how big some of these hard drives you could get, why don't they make a full almost like a full world map?
That would be crazy. That would take forever
That's not.
I'm not okay. Maybe not
possible.
Maybe not like full world. Maybe not full world, but you could make like.
You could do like DLC with expansion packs, like Chicago, and then have New York.
Yeah, I could see that.
But I want to be able to transfer like through those cities easily if you own them.
I feel like you want to do some sick shit. Like you want to go like in your neighborhood.
I'm just saying, like I think like okay, here, mark it now. What it is? Saturday, December 12th, 2020 at 8:32 p.m. that I am doing this.
He's doing it.
When
he said he wouldn't do it.
PlayStation or like not this gen, it's gonna be the next gen after this. We're gonna get a game that's gonna be like 400 gigabytes of a game, but we're also gonna come with standard with like a 10 terabyte hard drive in the next system, so it's gonna be not gonna matter anyway. So they're gonna make this huge game, but the thing that they're gonna have to do, and there's got to be a way to do it. You need dedicated servers for this game. It's going to be a massive world game, and it's going to be amazing. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. 10 years, 2030, this is going to be there. We're going to be getting I'm hoping we get a new console in less than 10 years because whatever. But in less than 10 years.
We just got a new console. What do you need another?
Well,
you need another new one?
I'm talking about future. I'm talking in the next 10 years, you're going to see a game like this. What would make it the best thing, though? What would make it the best? I want VR so bad, like legit VR
doesn't
so
it
bad.
Exist already? Like the
VR
goggles?
It's in its very, very beginning stages, and it's slow.
What do you want to do?
We don't have the like we're saying, the hard drives aren't big enough. The data speeds aren't where they need to be right now for this kind of real life Grand Theft Auto to exist.
So hold on,
that would be cool.
Hey, conspiracy, your theory. This is our little secret side project we haven't told you about. Conspiracy theories and all. So we were just talking about how we were saying that the VR stuff's in such the baby phase and the stuff's not fast enough, storage isn't big enough. So what I think, I really do, the reason that VR is not in our hands the way we want it is because there's so much like underground development of this in like military factions and everything else. They have some of the smartest people in the world around. Like it's not just us. It's like everybody is trying to figure something like this out. Because if they could use VR to control something and it's a natural movement and it's so you're not putting people in harm's way if there's any wars or there's fights, I think all this is being created right now.
And well, the U.S. military does use VR for training publicly. I'm saying
but I'm thinking there's like
internally
a legit thing. You always talk about Area 51. You don't think there's bases like that around the world of people working on secret shit? It's happening. I'm telling you, this stuff is really happening, and we will not see that. Like that's how technology rolls out. They all figure it out first, and then they civilianize it. Because you think the graphics cards that are out there now that are like the best graphics cards you could get, you don't think they got better ones?
I don't think the government lies to us and they share everything.
I will go back on that. They they want to release new ones. They want to keep making it. They want to slow down the production of it because they want to make money. So, we'll come out with a NVIDIA. I don't know what NVIDIA GTX we're on now.
That's what I'm saying.
But
I'm telling you.
We come out with new ones every 6 months or every year because NVIDIA wants to make money and AMD wants to make money. Intel, the processors. It's not that the technology is slowly evolving each year.
I'm just saying.
We have the capacity to do way more than what we can. It's just they're purposely slowing things down.
Okay. But I'm just saying, like, they got the tech, and you don't think, like, as soon as some of these tech companies or some of these people figure some shit out and, like, shit gets flagged, you don't think that they're like, hey, this is ours now. You're coming with us. You're working with us. And I'm not saying, like, here. I'm just saying this is a global thing that they want to have their hands on the stuff, like, the highest technology first. They want to make sure all this stuff is it before they release it. They can't just put this out there and be like, oh, yeah, fuck it. We don't know anything about it. I'm telling you.
Don't you think like someone would go rogue if they knew all this shit? And
there's whistleblowers all the time.
Yeah, but
just look what happens.
There's always leaks. You gotta read through the bullshit. There's always leaks.
Snowden.
There's always clues. There's always something out there.
You can bring up Edward Snowden if you want. That whole.
Can I just note
story?
I'm digging your conspiracy theory voice though. Like it's a low raspy whisper when you're like really
getting
getting
serious.
Yeah, because you can't let them hear you. You gotta be talking.
I guess-
Oh,
nice and low.
they're already listening. You
Yeah,
hear
what
that,
if this shit
NSA?
just shut down right
we
now?
flagged the shit out of this. We're gonna get canceled.
It's just
Cancel
the
culture at its finest.
computer
No,
just
it's
shuts
just the
down.
computer listening for keywords. That's all
But-
it is.
so
it's a very
we'll-
simple task for the government to do. You
So
want to
we'll
get into
kinda-
government conspiracy.
We'll kind of talk about something. I'm still doing a conspiracy theory, but we'll lay off the government for a little bit because of recent light. I just noticed, and I seen videos of this. It's all over TikTok, YouTube, wherever. That they're possibly saying that the Titanic never actually set sail, and it was a sister ship that they just repainted. And if
Millennials.
they showed some clues, no, these are like people like, even if you goes back to like when the movie was filmed, like you count like the portholes and there's other things like there's clues.
Too many
And-
people are spending too much time looking into. Okay, I guess back in the day,
It
maybe
could
there was.
happen,
Oh, yeah, it could.
but there's like
The
there's
moon
other
landing,
things of like
totally
a bunch
fake.
of like the first class passengers that were supposed to be there, the really big name people. A lot of them were canceling because they were finding out that because somebody whistle blew and was like, "Oh, that's not the Titanic. That's this other ship. It's been into some wrecks. It's damaged. It's not the best. It's probably gonna sink." They found out about this, and they like J.P. Morgan of J.P. Morgan Chase did not go on that Titanic boat because he said he felt ill.
He was selling coke.
What?
Like,
In
JB,
like 1912?
yeah, JP
No.
Morgan, yeah, they got busted for some coke shit. I thought. I swear to God.
But either way, so now they're saying that the Titanic could have never set sail.
But okay, so I
Wouldn't that
hope.
like just like totally be like, so they murdered all those people. That boating company murdered those people, and whoever is left in their family should be punished, like
haven't-
fined something.
I'll have to rewatch all 9 hours of Titanic to really remember what happened. But
The boat hit an iceberg and ripped the hole in the side.
hey,
of
I think that's.
Spoiler alert.
I think that's just I think that's just nature.
I'm telling you, if it's true that it wasn't that Titanic and it was some broke ass fucking boat that they just repainted,
I'll believe.
how the fuck do you do that?
I'll believe that no one has ever landed
Money and
on the
power.
moon before that.
You said what? You said the moon?
Yeah, I'll believe that nobody has ever landed on the moon before I believe the Titanic one.
Why?
The moon? You
Yeah,
think
it's
a
there.
dude we just flew a rocket millions of miles away and just landed on the moon walking around? I don't believe that shit. I'm sorry, I don't.
I do believe that more. I definitely would
That's
not
a-
be surprised about the Titanic thing because it's somebody was made out to make a big profit, and they knew if they put the other boat out while this one was still sailing, they were losing money because they wanted to ride that boat till it sank. So
do you
that was all
believe-
about money, and people are always. You look at the history of any which way you want to look at it. You want to look at the religious history. You want to look at the scientific history to where you go back to where people and it's always been jealousy. People are always just jealous of somebody else, and it's greedy. There's always greed. So whether you got 5 rocks and that caveman wanted one of your rocks because he had none, he's jealous of you, and he's going to do everything he can because he wants that. But you're greedy, and you won't give him one. So then you guys fight. That's what happens with people. They always want more. Because that guy with 5 rocks was going to go kill another guy because he had 5 rocks that he wanted. So he's going to get greedy and get more rocks and more rocks. It's just Adam and Eve. You look at Eve. She wanted an apple. She wasn't supposed to have that apple. But she's like, you know what? I'm going to have this apple. I don't really care. I'm just telling you. And you look at the history of anything. It's
Wait,
always
what
been
did
jealousy and
Eve
greed.
say again?
She ate the forbidden
that
apple.
apple.
She ate the forbidden apple.
No, I
'cause
just
she
like your
wasn't supposed to
voices
eat
for like, hey, I'm gonna have this apple. No, I fuck with it.
I think this is all like legit things. And so if I'd more so believe that the Titanic did not actually sail, and it was some other broke ass ship because of greed. He's like, I'm not losing money by not sailing this ship anymore. That's all I gotta say.
I don't, I'm not feeding into that. But Corona isn't real though. That's a fact. You had to do it at least once.
Right, so we're
just
moving
one
on.
time. Just
Let's move back to the topics at hand. That's our little conspiracy bit of conspiracy your theory.
that's conspiracy. Your theory.
I said conspiracy your
Conspiracy,
theory.
not my theory.
What?
Conspiracy, not my theory.
It's conspiracy your theory.
But not my theory, though. It's your theory.
Title
Well,
pending.
you know what?
No, I'm.
Either way, it was my theory. Yes. Yes, I came up with these ideas today. So, but back to the regular live from yesterday's segment.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about video games and what the future is going to hold. So I am excited though to potentially get a next gen system. I think I am leaning towards the PlayStation a little bit more.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think they did more of a drastic change than the Xbox did. But don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those fanboys. I would actually like both. But I think I'd want the PlayStation first and then get the Xbox later.
When are they going to make this the consoles all cross-platform? If they just do that,
there's no money in that.
Why?
Again, everything.
So
these corporations want your money. They want you to play. Microsoft wants you to play Xbox. Sony wants you to play PlayStation.
I think that they're both still going to get sold because if games like here, Call of Duty has already started doing cross-platform gameplay. I think they're one of the few games that actually do it. You could cross-platform between PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. I'm not saying you have to do all that, but can we get like what? Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You finish.
I was gonna say they're not one of the first. There's been games doing it for a long, long time. They're just one of the first AAA games.
What does that mean?
Big games.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know I don't play a lot of games. I'm not into the gaming world at all by any means. But if you see, like, I wish Madden, people like playing on Xbox, people like playing on PlayStation. It's all about controller preference. So it shouldn't matter what system you play in. If I want to play you online, I should be able to create a match with you online.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah. I feel like there's enough money for everybody. Just too much corporate greed, like Maul said. There's always got to be some sort of war with money.
Everybody's fucking greedy.
Yeah. Because it would be cool. It would be cool to be able to just play games, not worry about.
Wouldn't you be if you were in their position? Don't you want a fancy car, fancy house, money for your kids?
Yeah, but I'm not.
Money just to throw around.
I would never want to be. Let's say if I start a business, I would rather be like more of a mom and pop type than a corporation.
Yeah, but here's the problem with that, and I'm gonna explain it the best way I know possible.
Why? Because I'm an idiot.
No, you're not an idiot. I think this is like a lot of people like, oh, if I was rich, I wouldn't. So if you grow up not rich, if you grow up just either you grow up poor, yeah, you start getting a lot of money. You know, sometimes like you spend a lot and you're like, okay, you know, I don't need more. But you know, sometimes money does change people. But if you come from rich and you want to stay rich because you need that, that's when the greed really comes into play, because it's like, well, my dad had $5 million. Well, now I want $10 million. And I'm going to do whatever I have to make that. And it's, you know, like sometimes that drive is a bad thing because you start getting into some things and there's just so much change.
It could also be the opposite.
Here's a question. Do you believe in the American dream?
What is the American dream? I believe in my American dream.
Okay, I guess
I think everybody
specific, like the traditional American dream of coming over to this country and starting a business and be able to make a comfortable living for yourself and your family.
Do I believe in it? I mean, I would like to, yeah.
So I think that was more prevalent about 40 years ago than it is now.
But
I think in the last
nowadays,
40 years,
you could run a business from your computer now. You could sell T-shirts, merchandise, shit like that. Like you could you can make candles, do whatever. Like there's so many things. It's a creative world now. Like there's so many things that you could do.
I think what has gone on in America over the last 40 years has deterred more people from coming here than it ever has. This used to be the place you wanted to be. This was the place to be able to succeed. But then the internet happened.
And we're all just killing each other.
The internet shopping, and everybody does everything from a computer, like you said. And I think that really changed it. It's like, well, why do I need to go to America? I could work from anywhere in the world. I could find my happy place. So that American dream of coming here and trying to I'm going to open a storefront, or, I guess unless you get a job to come here and it's this life-changing opportunity, then yeah, obviously then that's the American dream. You're going to go work with this company. You're going to do this. But just to come here with nothing to try making something, I don't think that's as real as it used to be. And I like I say, within the last even the last 30 years, because the internet hasn't been around that long. It's only been around as super strong as it's been, 15 years?
90s, yeah, so yeah, about 20 years. I mean,
I would like to see some numbers on
where
that,
everybody had internet, everybody had a higher speed internet. It's probably been 12, 15 years.
It's to find everybody. There's still places there's still not even remote places. There's still populated areas that have slow internet and limited access, and
I guess
low
how
income
about
families that don't have access to all that stuff.
How about since dial-up ended?
Dial-up is still stronger than ever. So is satellite. Still around, still kicking.
You're killing
me. I know.
I'm saying the mass percentage of people had non-dial-up internet, had more access.
We are more connected now, within the last, I would say, 5 to 10 years than we have been before.
So ever since that 10 to 15 years ago, people have been killing it on the internet without having to have a place to be. They didn't need the place. They didn't need that. They could sell anything from anywhere. So I think that American dream of coming here and opening a business and doing that, I think that's gone.
I hope that's not true. I would like to see some numbers on that.
I guess this is my perspective. I
6% of the currently 6% of the population in America does not have internet. 6%.
What's 6% of 300 million?
Yeah, don't ask me.
I'm assuming 300 million Americans. That's off.
But yeah, that is pretty much everybody though. 6% is pretty small. Isn't unemployment higher than that? Sure, I'm sure it is.
Yeah, because if you got a phone, you pretty much got internet. At least now, it's definitely a lot better than what that used to be, even too.
All I know is whatever internet was, well, it was created for the military, right?
Yes.
I tried to wink and I can't. I'm terrible at winking. So once you guys see that little clip,
you winked. Don't. I wasn't looking at your eyes.
It was like a little hidden message. You talk about the military.
It was
God.
If you tune into the special part of the episode, you know what we're talking about.
It could go a conspiracy theory, but yes, it was built by the military. And
this is a very military-filled podcast today.
Well, like Seth was saying earlier, most things that we get might come from the military, and
then they let us have it once they
get their hands on it and do whatever they need to do with it.
Once they get our data and they get enough that I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that.
So I do want to say before we end today, not only are we asking you guys to come follow our page, subscribe, like our videos, and comment, but we do have one of our own that does have his own YouTube page as well.
Who's that?
How about you guys give him some likes and subscribe to our Jay Bryson down here.
Who are you talking about?
Talking about you. I'm shouting out your podcast.
Why don't I give him a little preview, huh?
Hey, you
go
gotta
for
do
it.
what you gotta do.
All right,
little music segment.
If the people didn't know out there, I rap a little bit, so
you can't tell by his attire.
Hey man, we're
keeping it real every week.
Keeping it positive this week, all right? So yeah, Just doing a little rapping, doing a little quote unquote freestyling over some old beats. I started this thing called Every Day is Throwback Thursday, where starting in 2019, working my way back. I've done 3 so far, and yeah. So if anybody has any suggestions of beats they want to hear me, but I'll just play a little bit of this.
Every Day is Throwback Thursday number 2. This is 2018.
Oh my god.
Keys to the City 2 by Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace.
Let's play a little bit.
And with that, Jay Bryce.
Is that too loud?
Check this.
No, you're good.
Oh, you're good.
If you're wondering where I've been astray, I stopped paying attention in 7th grade. And even if I get to heaven's gates, they'll be like, should we let them in? Wait, shit, I think I've been settling great. Been known to keep an incredible waist, impeccable taste, hitting me up for several days. I'm on my track and pedal away. Can't dump shit down, I don't wanna be basic. Maybe I should hop on a track and not say shit. You'll be oohing and eyeing until you need a facelift. Sometimes you need to be told that you ain't shit.
Just play a minute.
Lose a couple relationships. Sometimes you gotta hit your head on the pavement. This age we ain't been aging. Negotiations like an agent. I ain't Scott Boris, so I ain't trying to take shit. Let's face it, cliches only one chance, don't waste it. I should see more of life and get LASIK. Instead of females and money, I'm chasing. You want to abolish your pop, I want to abolish your face. I think the knowledge is great and yours is way too solid to waste. So please fuck off, go follow your taste.
Please fuck off. Go follow your taste.
Hey,
hold on.
I
Bring
gotta
that
give
back.
you credit. I gotta give you credit.
You want to abolish your pop, I want to abolish your face. I think the knowledge is great and yours is way too solid to waste. So
Please fuck off, go follow your taste. Hey. Yeah, but what were you gonna give me credit for? Please give me credit. Praise me.
That line about the LASIK, that was pretty good.
You like that?
That was
Yeah.
good.
Thank you. So yeah, you can search you can search Every Day is Throwback Thursday on YouTube. My shit will come up. You could type Jay Bryson, just the letter J Bryson. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
All right, that was very productive today.
Good podcast. I enjoyed it. I did.
Yeah,
Alright.
Just kind of free flowing.
With that, make sure to follow us on Twitter, SoundCloud, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
So good morning.
I gotta change
good
that.
night, good afternoon. Have a good rest of your day.
Peace.
See ya.